morning and welcome back to Level Up. In our last episode, we defined our goal, financial independence. We now have a target, a destination for our journey to personal merdeka. Today in episode 5, we're laying the foundation. We're talking about the most important tool in your financial arsenal, the emergency fund. We'll break down why it's non-negotiable, exactly how much you need, and where you should keep it. Let's get started.
We're looking at the absolute first step on your journey to financial merdeka, financial independence. You sent us some fantastic sources, really full of practical wisdom. Our mission today, let's cut through the noise. We want to really unpack the foundational knowledge you need to build that financial fortress. We're zeroing in on the emergency fund, and this isn't just like putting money aside. It's about building your personal shield against life's inevitable curveballs. We'll explore why it's just non-negotiable, exactly how much you really need, and importantly, the best places to keep it safe and, well, ready.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating in the sources here is how they frame this. It's not just a financial buffer. They actually call it the first act of freedom. It's your critical defense against falling into that high-interest debt, like the kind you find in pinjol situations. You know, those often predatory online loans. They can trap people so quickly. This fund protects you from those unexpected shocks, medical bills, maybe urgent home repairs, or, a sudden job loss.
That point about peace of mind, especially avoiding pinjol, that really jumped out at me from the sources. It highlights this core emotional benefit, doesn't it? It goes way beyond just the numbers. And for those in the sandwich generation supporting parents and their own families, our sources really underline how vital this fund becomes. It offers this profound psychological liberation. But okay, beyond covering emergencies, what other, maybe less obvious insights did the sources offer about the actual power of having this fund?
Well, one thing that kept coming up was its role as an enabler. It gives you the security to make proactive choices. Things like leaving a toxic job, maybe investing in a new skill, or even taking a calculated career risk, stuff that would just be impossible without that safety net. It's really not about being rich. It's about reclaiming control, breaking that cycle where, so many people are just one unexpected bill away from really crippling debt.
That focus on peace of mind and enablement? Yeah, that really resonates. Okay, so we've established the why. The next big question our sources tackle is, well, how much? How do we figure out the size of this crucial shield? And our sources give us a pretty universal rule of thumb, 3 to 6 months worth of essential living expenses.
Right, but that immediately raises the question, what truly counts as essential? And the sources, they're very clear on this. It's the bare bones amount you need just to survive. We're talking housing, utilities, basic food, transport, essential insurance, minimum debt payments. That's it. It explicitly excludes things like entertainment, dining out, or, non-essential shopping. The whole idea is just covering your absolute necessities, not your lifestyle.
Yeah, that breakdown of essential really cuts through the noise, just the bare necessities.
Yeah.
And to make it really concrete for you, the sources give a clear calculation example. Let's say your essential monthly expenses are maybe Rp 5,000 Valen. If you have a stable job, maybe a Rp 15,000 target, that's 3 months, might work. But for most people, especially if your income is less stable or you have dependents, our Rp $30,000 target. So 6 months, that's the strong recommendation.
Exactly. So once you've crunched those numbers, you've got your target amount, the next critical question, our research really emphasizes this, is where do you actually store this financial lifeline? The sources point to 3 critical criteria. It has to be liquid, safe, and separate.
Okay, let's break that down. Liquid means quick access, no penalties. So you won't be forced to sell assets at a loss or pay fees when you urgently need the cash. Safe means the principal is protected from market ups and downs. This isn't money you're trying to grow aggressively. It's money you absolutely cannot afford to lose, not even a little bit. And separate means it's not mixed in with your daily spending money. Keep it out of sight, out of mind, and definitely out of temptation.
And the gold standard, according to these sources, is Reksa Dana Pasar Uang. That's money market mutual funds, or RDPU. They get highlighted because they usually offer slightly better returns than just a standard savings account. How? Well, they invest in very short-term, very low-risk debt instruments. They're almost as liquid as a savings account. But, and this is key, their profits are often tax-free. That makes them incredibly efficient for this specific purpose.
High-yield savings accounts are also a solid choice, though. Good for instant access. Plus, you get protection from Lembaga Penjamin Simpanan, the LPS. That's Indonesia's deposit insurance agency, like the FDIC in the U.S. It means your principal is protected up to a certain limit.
Right. And while gold savings can work as an inflation hedge, the sources generally see it as more of a secondary layer, mainly because it's less liquid and the price can fluctuate quite a bit. I mean, you don't want to be trying to sell a gold bar at 3 a.m. because your plumbing bursts, right?
Right.
It's just not as immediately accessible for those real sudden emergencies.
Okay, so let's try and unpack this main takeaway. Building this emergency fund, it's your very first, most decisive act in your prolong, in your struggle towards financial merdeka. It might not feel glamorous, but it's the absolute non-negotiable foundation. Everything else builds on this.
Absolutely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, by creating this buffer, what you're really buying yourself is peace of mind. You're buying options. And genuine freedom from that constant fear of the unknown, it just allows you to breathe.
So thinking about this foundational step, what really stands out to you? Maybe consider how this initial act of discipline, this first step, can genuinely transform your whole financial outlook. Think about how this shield prepares you not just for emergencies, but actually empowers you to confidently pursue your bigger financial goals. Knowing you have that critical safety net right there beneath you. Until next time, keep building your fortress.
Thank you for leveling up with us today. Join us next time where we'll discuss how to create a powerful budget that will accelerate your journey to financial merdeka. Until then, stay strong and keep building.